cast, I went just a little bit over and played Cycle 3's first day before realizing that I did that. And things happen sometimes. It's just fine. We just need to go with what you know. And how many builders? Got 4 builders, it's pretty good. The renewable trees coming out here. I've got a bunch. I've got finally put together my oak. My field of oaks over there. I'll just spread this out a little bit more and that a little bit more, and this back a little bit more for when that happens. And this is already starting to have a little bit of how's this? We are making grilled potatoes, and this holds. I want to say grilled potatoes. That's what that should be holding. I have plenty of flour, and I will want to start milling that eventually. Maybe I should start it sooner than later, I don't know. Probably use an increase on our water collection. And then I am starting to build a plan to go up this mountain, harvest metal, come all the way up, and address the future bad tide. The first bad tide isn't going to happen until like cycle 6 or 5 or something, somewhere between 5 and 7, I think. And I don't feel immediately pressed by that. Could be foolish. I think I'll be okay. So they are working diligently on this second medium tank, which in hindsight, maybe I didn't need to do that. Maybe I'll pause it here. Now, this is going to be an automation playthrough, of course. And so I can start with some of these. I can build. My dog has. Maybe he's got allergies and he just had to sneeze a lot. There comes another one, I think. So the flow sensor, I can certainly use the flow sensor to control industry, because while there is no flow, at least at this moment, industry will be at a standstill. So I can invest in a flow sensor that during a drought redirects workers. That I could certainly do. would certainly make for more efficient work here. And I can put it right. I can put it here. I'm going to put the grist mill back here, aren't I? I was planning on putting the grist mill here. There's no way I can do that and walk out. So, yeah, I think I could put the flow sensor here. I think I could totally reload that out. Okay, and then I'm going to name this Main River. And soon I will automate industry based on the results of that sensor. Based on that sensor's input. Soon. I have 15 workers. It's not bad. Not bad. Let's. I think this one is cutting, so we'll let them cut. I want to expedite that build. So funny, little things bother me, like this one square being empty and that one. That was the last one that they harvested before I paused them in both cases, and they're just dead squares. And they're so annoying. That's another one right there. It's annoying. Sometimes we have to just... So horsepower. We could put the grist mill here, like that. And that's probably what I ought to do. Okay, we have Main River flow. Give it a color. And while the measurement is less than... I mean, the measurement right now is at 0.10. When it's less than, say, 0.10. Say when it's less than or equal to 0. And it's off. Let's instead say, while it's greater than or equal to just a little bit, 1/10. It is greater than that now. So it's on. Now we automate our mills based on the river flow. So as long as there is water flowing, and it is increasing now. Good. As long as there's water flowing. I want to prioritize these. because I think what's happening here is we're building over here, and that's dividing the water, and until the back are divided, the more that's going down this channel instead of that channel. So I need to open these up, force all of the water down. That should help. 16 workers. 2 empty spots. I'm on cycle 3. Cycle 3. I got to get Badwater diversion running. I have to get that online. I also need more workers. So I'm going to make those high. There we go. There we go. 6. With 6.7.8.8.9. 1. That's how to do it. That is the way. Plenty power. Let's put in that grist mill in the timber. There. It's 180. Honestly. Pause. 2 grills. I will build a lever to pause the grill after I build the grist mill. And we have the drought approaching in 2.8 days. Pretty cool. We're doing just fine for water. $180. And in goes the grist mill. And then the grist mill needs flour. And it picks out ground flour. And then ground flour comes out here to be baked. Once I have 50 science, I will put in a lever. And I think I'm going to make a little control panel here. Just something that's a place for me to have my controls, switches, stuff. Even. I want it to be even. And that was just enough time for me to get enough science put in my first lever and turn grills off. That's what that's going to be. And I'll pin that. And I'll switch the color to orange. And once that's finished, I will connect a wire up those grills to it. And that will allow me to control them if I want. And the drought will be here in the morning. I have 17 workers. I'm doing okay. Feels like I've made it. The water. I just noticed that. My water is very low. I need to. This is a 3-day drought. I need to shore up my water production. That's what my plan put it here. Let's do that. Not that I want to be draining water out of my irrigation section. I suspect it'll be okay. Where are my builders? What do you guys do? Goodness. Haven't built that yet. Doing this. Got it. Alright. 2 more days. Doing something. Alright. And now my oak trees are coming in. Well, my oak trees have been coming in. That's fine. Industry's paused. I need this to also use. And I'm not going to need to pause the pumps. That's plenty. Right. Four builders. And that's the end of cycle 3. At the end of this cycle, kind of looking back, I feel that I need to increase my water input, my water intake. That's too few there. And I don't have enough to make sure I'll be able to make it through longer droughts and higher population. Food remains stable. Trees are replenishing. I have plenty of food. So yeah, we're doing okay. We are on our way up the mountain soon. In fact, maybe to finish off this cycle, well, I still have so many items that need to be built, but I should start making my way up this mountain and getting here. Maybe the last thing I'll do is plan the rest of this approach, since it'll be coming soon. Up, up, up. Down. And then over here. And then what I want to do is I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to be ruthless. So the Badwater diversion system that I'm going to make is to bomb out a channel here, straight here. Yeah, probably take that. Not both. Straight through here and across here, so that Badwater just flushes out when it comes in. It just flushes out. In fact, it would be nice to be as thin as possible. So maybe I'll do it there. So I want these, because I'm going to bomb this down and use logic to open and close floodgates here. So let me start getting there. By doing this, by coming down, and by coming across. And that's going to be the path that I'm going to take to get there. So that now is what needs to do. Okay, so that path is now lined out, and I will create, I'll bomb that out, and what I might do before I get, because I mean, I don't know, it's entirely possible. If this is closed with one up like that, would it overflow? It might. It's entirely possible that I won't get here in time, so what I'll do is that ahead of time, and then I'll control it manually, and then cut in the rest and do the rest after. If I had the 250 science now, I would do it now, but I don't. So that's going to be the end of cycle 3, and this is now the dawn of cycle 4. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and are enjoying it. I'll continue posting. We'll see you in the next one.